I can still feel the exact moment. My whole world seemed to crumble into tiny pieces. Her voice didn't even sound like she cared. She sounded bored. She looked at me and told me to stop acting silly. She said we weren't getting a divorce and that it was just one night. Imagine that. 10 years of being honest and faithful, thrown away for just one single night. In that very moment, I didn't cry out. I didn't scream or beg her to stay. I made a very quiet promise to myself instead. I was going to disappear. I knew that when I finally came back, she wouldn't even know the man she had hurt so deeply. My name is Daniel Hayes, and I am 34 years old. I work as an architect, and I built my whole life from nothing but hard work. My wife, Emily, was the center of my world. At least, that is what I used to believe. She was beautiful and very charming, and she always knew how to make everyone look at her. But behind that pretty smile, there was a side of her I chose to ignore. She always needed someone to notice her. The night I learned the truth was actually quite simple. Her phone made a little noise while she was in the shower. I wasn't trying to be nosy or mean, but when I saw the name on the screen, Ryan Cole, my heart felt like it turned into ice. Ryan was my biggest rival in business. I read the messages they sent. He told her that their night together was worth every single risk they took. I didn't yell at her. I just sat there and waited. When she finally walked out of the bathroom with a towel around her, I asked her one simple question. I asked, was it really worth it? She just rolled her eyes at me. She told me to stop being silly and that we were not getting a divorce. She walked right past me like I didn't even matter. She said it was just one night. Those words woke something up inside of me. It was a feeling that was very calm, but very strong. The next morning I was gone. I didn't call anyone. I left our house, the city, and I even stopped using my name. For 6 long months, I worked on building myself back up. I made a very smart plan to stay safe. I moved my money so it would be protected. I started a brand new company and slowly began to buy parts of Ryan's business. Ryan thought he had won. He thought he had my wife and my trust. But he didn't see that his own business was slowly sinking. While I was away, Emily tried to find me. At first, she sounded angry in her messages. Then she sounded confused. Finally, she sounded very scared. But I never wrote back. 6 months later, I returned. I wasn't the sad husband she had pushed away anymore. I was the man who owned everything she cared about. The day I walked into the meeting room at Ryan's company, he turned as white as a ghost. I looked at him and said, I think you are sitting in my chair. I had bought enough of the company to be the real boss. Emily showed up at my office that same day. Her eyes were red from crying. She told me she made a mistake and begged me to fix things. I looked at her with a very clear mind. I told her, you said it was just one night. Well, this is just one decision. She cried and said she never thought I would actually leave her. I told her that was her first big mistake. I handed her the divorce papers right then and there. I had already moved the house and the money into my name. She walked away with nothing but her own sadness and regret. Ryan lost all his money just a few weeks later. I didn't celebrate. I just felt a deep sense of peace. Sometimes the best way to handle things isn't to be loud. It is to be smart and final. The man she once thought was silly ended everything with one single move. My heart was finally quiet. I will always remember that day I chose to leave.